He falsely claimed the program has, quote, shocking levels of fraud and sends checks to 150-year-olds. To be clear, that's not true. A recent Inspector General report found less than 1% of Social Security payments are improper, and most are overpayments to eligible people. And while there are about 90,000 seniors over 100 years old receiving Social Security benefits, and the names of deceased Americans are still in the database, there is no evidence checks are being sent to thousands of them, as Trump claimed. Today, the program supports 72.5 million retirees and people with disabilities. But the Trump administration is already threatening delivery of Social Security benefits by reducing staff. Last week, the acting Social Security administrator offered buyouts to employees and announced plans to slash 7,000 jobs. And more attacks could be coming from Doge leader Elon Musk, who's called Social Security a scam.
Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. Like, if you look at the future obligations of Social Security, it far exceeds the tax revenue.
Joining me now to fact check is Martin O'Malley, former commissioner of the Social Security Administration and former governor of Maryland. Administrator O'Malley, Governor O'Malley, thank you for coming to the Saturday show. So you just heard Elon Musk talk about Social Security. What, if anything, that he said is true?
Well, very little, nothing, as far as I can tell. I mean, he was the one that initially started this falsehood about there being some zombie apocalypse and, millions and millions of people walking dead all over, the United States with Social Security money coming out of their cadaverous pockets. That was false. And then Donald Trump doubled down on it and said, no, they're not just 150-year-olds. They're 300 years old. Presumably, they came here for the founding of Jamestown. His latest thing about this being a Ponzi scheme is also false. In fact, if Social Security were a Ponzi scheme, it would not be running for 90 years without ever missing a benefit payment. Social Security is a pay-as-you-go program. And it is true that the surplus reserve that was built up to last the lifetimes of baby boomers like me is being depleted sooner than anticipated in 1982. But that can be fixed, just as they fixed the 75-year forecast back in 1982. So Social Security, however, the biggest threat that it faces, Jonathan, is actually the staffing cuts, the slashing of Social Security, the gutting of Social Security. We are already seeing the wait times for every service line going up in the wrong direction after a year of getting it to go in the right direction. We are also going to see intermittent disruptions of a lot of the IT aspects that process the claims. Earlier today, I was at a rally here in Florida, and people were saying that they were getting locked out of their MySSA account. So you're going to see those things happen with greater frequency. And then because they're literally paying people to leave now, they'll pay them for a whole year if they're retirement eligible to get out and to get out now. No knowledge transfer. So what that's eventually going to lead to is a cascading effect that I believe will see manifest itself in an interruption of benefits sometime in the next 30 to 90 days at this rate.
And I was about to ask you about that because on March 1st on CNBC, you said the benefits are likely to be interrupted in 30 to 90 days. And you said, quote, people should start saving now. I missed a little bit of what you said, but do you stand by that forecast that 30 to 90 days or less?
I do. I mean, you're already seeing some of the precursors of that. Jonathan, there is an office in Social Security, which I had the honor to lead last year, dedicated people. There's an office called the Office of Benefits Information Systems. These are the people that make sure that complex, fragile IT system, which is based on a very old COBOL sort of foundation, they are the ones that make sure that the benefits go out. They are the ones that update the COLAs, the cost of living increases in October. They pull a week of all-nighters. But guess what? About 40% of them are are retirement eligible, which means they're being told by the Musk Doge team at Social Security, we will pay you for the whole year if you leave right the heck now. And don't let the door hit your backside on the way out. that's irresponsible. If you did that in any IT company as the CEO, the board would fire you. These guys are wrecking the Social Security Administration. They are gutting it of staff, and they are driving its IT systems into a situation where you are going to see a total system collapse in the next 90 days ahead of us.
And real quickly, Governor O'Malley, then will they have reaped the whirlwind? Because I'm old enough to remember when there was an issue with Social Security. I think it was back in the late 80s, early 90s, when retirees were climbing on cars of members of Congress protesting something that had happened to their benefits. Are we likely to see that from this generation's retirees?
Well, if the crowds that I've been seeing down here, I've been in Florida today speaking at town halls around the Tampa area. I plan to come back. I believe that there is a popular public backlash coming that they don't even know yet. Just how what that backlash is going to be. People are very concerned. They are very zeroed in, and by the size of the crowds I see here, I think there will be that public backlash.
Martin O'Malley, thank you very much for coming to the Saturday Show.